As we raise funds to support a healthy environment and thriving communities, it's important to remember that our neighborhoods throughout the Puget Sound region are the legacy of the Duwamish and Salish people. At ECOSS, we are grateful for their stewardship of this place, their home for millennia. And we acknowledge we live and work on land that was never ceded. We are in Duwamish Aboriginal territory. ECOSS educates and empowers businesses and diverse communities to implement environmentally sustainable practices. As a nonprofit, we rely on donations from people like you to fund environmental education and services to small businesses, individuals, and communities. Your generous donation today makes this work possible. This year is unlike any other. ECOSS and the communities we serve need your support more than ever. Please consider making a meaningful gift to keep ECOSS outreach staff on the ground and supporting local businesses and communities. We value gifts of all levels. Every dollar makes a difference. Visit ECOSS.org or text ECOSS to 202-858-1233 to make your gift today. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Allan Kafley and I'm a project manager with ECOSS. And today I'm here with Kamal Adhikari. Kamal has been working very closely with Bhutanese community in South King County. Kamal also participates in ECOSS New Arrival program. Kamal, thank you so much for being with me today. Can you tell me about some of the opportunities you have had through the New Arrival program?
Sure, Allan. Thanks for having me here today. I would love to share my experiences that I had with New Arrivals program. There were a bunch of activities we have done. First of all, I was there on the restoration work that we have done around Duwamish River. We have been to many camping, community campings, and group hikings in different places, and also snowshoeing.
What are some ways the New Arrival program helps the Bhutanese community?
It does help in a lot of different aspects, Allan. First of all, our background, I just want to share our background with you. We are a Bhutanese refugee from eastern Nepal, and in a refugee camp we don't have that much access to go out in the jungles or a lot of stops, even though we have been missing that. And you are in the US. When we were first arrived, we even don't know what were the requirements of park. We don't know what permits is required to go to this park and that park, because there's so much rules and regulations that we, as an ordinary refugees who came from different countries, have a hard time seeing these things. And ECOSS is definitely helping us exploring this natural environment and outdoor activities very nicely.
Kamal, you mentioned about challenges your community face when they arrive in this state. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, some of the challenges that myself and my community faced were not knowing what are the gears that is needed for hiking, camping, and doing outdoor activities. And also another thing is cultural shock that we get when we first came in here. And also a language barrier that we have a hard time understanding what others are saying.
How has New Arrivals influenced your community?
It influences in a lot of different ways. First of all, I would like to share you one of the stories that my parents used to share with me. My dad used to hike in a lot of different mountains in Bhutan, a lot of rivers and trails and whatnot. But we, as a refugee, spent 20 years in refugee camp, and have none of those access over there in the refugee camp. And coming here to the States, where we don't have access to any of gears and anything like that, ECOSS has been helping us finding a lot of gears for hiking, camping, and all other outdoor activities tools. And also educating us in this environmental and a lot of other works.
ECOSS is a sponsor of Duwamish Alive, which brings community together to do restoration work on the Duwamish River. The Bhutanese community has been very actively engaged in this restoration work. Kamal, can you tell me why you and your community has been really engaged in this restoration work?
As I mentioned earlier, Allan, our parents and seniors all are from Bhutan. They have been doing this kind of restoration work on their backyard. Their forest and everything was a backyard for them. They own acres and acres of land where they used to do plantations of trees, loggings, and a lot of things there. And we have been lacking that kind of restoration work, living in refugee camps. And now in here, when ECOSS and organization like ECOSS has been doing restoration work, we love to see that connections happening here in the US. So that is why we really connected with restoration work.
I remember during one of the Duwamish Alive event, you and some of the community members got stung by the bees. Kamal, how do you want to remember that incident?
Yeah, I still remember, and it's kind of funny incidents also. At some point I was thinking very sorry to those bees which have been living there who knows how many months or years. And I have a spade on my hand. I was trying to get rid of that invasive plant. As soon as I hit that, there was a hives, who knows, right? So I hit it, and all of the bees were just rumbling around, and a couple of those came and stung me. Of course, they are trying to protect their small hives. A couple of my friends also got stung with the bees. It was quite an experience. Yeah, and I still remember those days.
At the end, Kamal, would you like to share anything to our ECOSS supporters?
Once again, thank you, Allan, for having me here today. And thank you, ECOSS, for letting me share my experience on all of the work that ECOSS has been doing to refugees and immigrants community. I would love to see these kind of activities continue in the future so that people of color, refugees and immigrants can experience the experiences that I had experienced through this program. And I would like to always thankful to all the supporters for ECOSS and keep supporting ECOSS for this environmental and restoration kind of work. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamal, for sharing your stories. The ECOSS New Arrival program works with immigrants and refugees to promote healthy lives connected to the environment through education, resources, and outdoor experiences. Please show your support for programs like this with a gift to ECOSS. Your contributions make our work with immigrants and refugees possible. Please give today. Thank you.
Namaste. Greetings from Fine Artists Group of Washington, also known as FAGO. We're a small group of young artists presenting and preserving our culture through the means of performing arts. It is always an honor to perform at ECOSS fests and functions. At this moment, we also want to acknowledge ECOSS efforts in providing outdoor and open space access to our refugee and immigrant communities in the South King County. Thank you, ECOSS.
Please do like, share, comment and subscribe our Fago YouTube channel. Thank you everyone.
ये बड़े इस सनम
sanam mayalako.
टाला टुली खेल्दा माया लाको लुक्की छिपी तिमीले हात समाको टाला टुली खेल्दा माया लाको लुक्की छिपी तिमीले हात समाको सनम माया लाको सनम माया लाको सनम माया लाको सनम माया लाको
छाना कुटी खेल्दा चाल पाको जुनी सँगै हुने कसम हामीले खाको छाना कुटी खेल्दा चाल पाको जुनी सँगै हुने कसम हामीले खाको सनम माया लाको सनम माया लाको सनम माया लाको सनम माया लाको
जुन जस्तै तिमीलाई हेर्न रहर लाग्ने जुन जस्तै तिमीलाई हेर्न रहर लाग्ने फुल जस्तै तिमीलाई छुन डर लाग्ने फुल जस्तै तिमीलाई छुन डर लाग्ने
सारा कुरा छोडी तिमीलाई भेट्न कहाँ गइन तिम्रै कुरा सुनी कहाँ गइन मुटु भेट्न कतै गएर बसो थाहा पाइन सनम
Sanam
सनम माया लाको सनम माया लाको सनम माया लाको सनम माया लाको
सनम माया लाको सनम माया लाको सनम माया लाको सनम माया लाको
पहाड जस्तो तिम्रो छाती न्यानो लाग्ने पहाड जस्तो तिम्रो छाती न्यानो लाग्ने हिमाल जस्तो तिम्रो मुस्कान प्यारो लाग्ने हिमाल जस्तो तिम्रो मुस्कान प्यारो लाग्ने
सारा संसार छोडी तिमीलाई छुन कहाँ भएन मेरो मुटु तिमीलाई सुम्पे म आफ्नै रहेन आँखाभित्र बस्यौ तिमी कतै हेर्न पाइन सनम सनम थाहै पाइन सनम थाहै पाइन सनम थाहै पाइन सनम थाहै पाइन टाला टुली खेल्दा माया लाको
छाना कुटी खेल्दा चाल पाको
लुक्की छिपी तिमीले हात समाको
जुनी सँगै हुने कसम हामीले खाको
सनम माया लाको 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 सनम माया लाको